Hey! No, you be quiet. Hey, dudettes and dudles, my name is Ayla and this is Hamilton. I'm trying this for the 12th time. So, you're doing amazing, sweetie. Oh, shut up. I mean, thank you. I love you. Oh my god. So, I played the first Corpse Party. Let me try that again. I played the first Corpse Party game like a few months ago. I did that through a live stream on YouTube and then I uploaded it on Ayla Sky. And going into that game, I had somewhat of an idea about what the game was about and the overall story. With this though, I have no fucking idea. But based on the trailer, it seems like it's Sachiko's birthday and she's gonna make all the people at Heavenly Host Elementary School do random shit for her. And knowing this game, it's gonna be hilarious, it's gonna be perverted, and it's gonna be gory. So, let's get into it before something else goes wrong. It's super weird because the game is windowed for me, so I can actually see the chat on my screen this time. I changed that setting before. You don't get to do that shit to me again. No. I changed the settings earlier. Pardon me. There we go. How do I change the settings on this piece of shit? Thank you. I said fast, please. Okay? Let's do this again. One more time. Because why not? Shush, Hamilton. I do not have the patience for you anymore. Soon. Soon! How do you know there's no arrows on that clock? 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. This is Heavenly Host Elementary, a hell that exists beyond the concept of place where the dead roam free and eternally torment the living. And our story begins when the one who rules over this hell, Sachiko, the girl in the red dress, suddenly lost consciousness and fell to the floor. The child spirits who were bound by the curse of the school all gathered around her quizzically. And the oldest among them, Yuki, reached out her hand to touch Sachiko's shoulder, almost as if in worry. Shush. Only for Sachiko to spring her own arm up and grab hold of Yuki's encroaching hand in a single motion, glaring at her prey with bloodshot eyes. Okay, Yuki, it's okay that you gasp, but it doesn't have to be that focused on one ear. That's a little weird. Oh no! It's Sachiko, who I already know. What? Perhaps glaring is too gentle a word. From betwixt her black strands of hair, eyes like daggers shot at Yuki, boring through her already hollowed cranium. However...
Yuki-chan, ohayo.
Yuki-chan! Good morning! Hee. I can't do a childish giggle. I don't think that's something I'm capable of. In the next instant, the expression on Sachiko's face changed to a smile, not unlike that of an ordinary child. Did I read that wrong? It was an infectious smile too. Yuki, Ryo, and Tokiko alike all lit up like candles from its glow. Shush, Hamilton! Your screeching does not fit the tone of the game at all. Sorta. Sachiko then turned for a moment to face the calendar on the wall, and as if on cue, the old date listed thereupon tore away and drifted to the floor. As it fluttered with a faint crinkling sound, the newly reborn calendar now proudly displayed its new moniker, July 19th.
やったー今年も来たよ幸子の誕生日
Finally, it's here at long last, my birthday! Happy birthday, and then I hear with the... That's actually weird. How come one of the ghosts don't have his tongue? But we know from the original story that all their tongues was cut away, so... Why is it only one of them who, as in ghost form, still don't have a tongue? And then there's you freak.
ありがとう
I don't trust you. Thanks.
さっちゃんおめでとう Omedeto Tanjobi, something like that. お母さん抱っこ
Hoxie's Bobby. Oh, and now she's normal, okay.
今日一日
What a good girl you are today. While we can, let's make sure to have a fun time together all day long. You
なん
bet.
て言うんだっけお母さん
What's it called again, mommy? When you let the people you've captured off the hook. That has a name?
恩赦かしら
Amnesty, perhaps. I'll admit I don't actually... Ooh, Hamilton! Are you okay? Can you climb back up yourself? Okay, good boy. He didn't land too well, so he almost fell off his own playground. Amnesty, perhaps. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, yeah. The only thing I know about Amnesty is Amnesty International, so I don't actually know what that means.
それ今日はみんなに恩赦を出すよ
Yeah, that's it. Today I'm gonna give everybody lots of amnesty.
まだ死んでない人たち全員体育館に集めておいて
Gather everybody who's not dead yet in the gym for me, okay? Imagine going into this game and you've never played or know anything about Corpse Party. You're gonna be a little confused. Like a lot.
楽しいお誕生日になるといいわね
I certainly hope this proves to be a memorable birthday for her. She's been dead for like 20 years, hasn't she? Or more, I'm not sure. When I came to, I found myself in a very spacious but dimly lit building. The ceiling above me had to have been a good 30 feet or more off the ground, with rows of lights evenly spaced along its entire area. And the floor below me was clearly varnished, shining with a glossy finish. I lifted my head a bit and surveyed the area in front of me, and the first thing I saw was a stage, flanked on both sides by drawn red curtains. And right in the middle of it was a podium, like the kind you typically see principals standing behind as they introduce themselves to new classes. Am I right that the music is way louder than me? Because it's very loud for me, but I don't know about you guys. So I'm in an auditorium? The rain was coming down in sheets outside, and the steady pitter-patter of it on the roof filled this entire massive space with a deceptive calmness. On either side of the room, a plastic basketball hoop stretched its way up towards the ceiling, eagerly reaching like its players might. The space served as gymnasium and auditorium, both like so many others did in school buildings from throughout the mid-20th century. I'm still here. This can only be Heavenly Host Elementary. So, when does this take place in this universe? Damn it, guess I still wasn't able to stop this Sachiko ever after ritual. I couldn't remember anything clearly, but I had the distinct sensation that this was not my first time experiencing the events of this particular day. Okay. Somehow I could... Oh, oops. And I knew that just a few short hours ago, in a plain old familiar classroom 2-9, my friends all performed the ritual that sealed us here in this horrible place. It was called Sachiko Ever After, and try as I might, I couldn't stop them. I knew too. I knew this is what was going to happen. Okay, Hamilton, one thing is tweeting in the background, but you're screaming. Are you done? But something was different this time around. Wait, an auditorium? I don't think I've ever been in this room before. Hamilton is pre-screaming. He's ready for the horror. There were a lot of other people around as well. Students from a variety of different schools, most wearing uniforms I didn't recognize. For all the world, it looked and felt just like a Monday morning assembly. And I clearly wasn't the only one confused by what was happening. Everybody was looking around in a daze as if they'd all just woken up. I remember being transported here to Heavenly Host Elementary. And I remember leaving classroom 1A with Yuka. Who else remembers Yuka? But then there was a chime and a big earthquake, and all of a sudden I was here. But hold on. Where is everybody else? Where's the rest of 2-9? Looking closely, I could see a handful of students wearing the uniform of Byakudan Senior High School, which wasn't far from ours. I even recognized a uniform or two from Polonia Academy High School, I think. We'd had mixers with them in the past. But where was Kisaragi? Had the others not been brought here this time? Was I the only one? Oh, which one of them was Kisaragi? Was that the blonde boy? I know you! Satoshi, are you okay? And I remember you! You're alive? Wasn't she like the first one that died in the original game? Naomi! From deep within the throng of unfamiliar faces, Naomi and Shinohara came barreling toward me. The sight of friends amidst this chaos energized me, as if lifting a cloud from my heart. Please tell me Yuka isn't here. Forgetting for a moment that Naomi was a girl, I rushed to meet her and hugged her with all my might. This is a good example of like Japanese culture being a little bit more being a little more meh. Yes, Brooch, I'm aware he's screaming in the background. Don't worry, I can hear it too. Can't really do much. The art is much better in this one than in the first game. You have no idea how worried I was. Tears were streaming down her cheeks. Most likely she'd been subjected to unspeakable horrors in this school until just a few minutes ago. Just as Yuka and I had. Ah, fuck. Are you alright? You're not injured or anything, are you? No. Hey, look at you, Seiko. Do we actually get to find out more about you this time? Because in the last game, you just died pretty fast. How about you, Shinohara? Are you okay? I'm fine, but more importantly, Naomi, you'd better not let go. Oh no, I hugged the boy. The horror. Naomi quickly pushed herself away. Shinohara was staring at her with an impish grin on her face, but she too had tears welling in her eyes. Could she please die in this game? Oh, the teacher's here too. Yuka, Shinosaki, Susumoto, and Miss Yui were all together and seemed to have noticed us all at once. They came running over to join the reunion. Yuka looked just as annoying as she did in the original game. I don't care that the art is better. She's still annoying to look at. Everything about her. Fuck off. Shut up. Mayu. Who the fuck is the girl on the left? I recognize the others. Who the fuck is the one on the left? Yoshiki, Shinosaki, Susumoto, and Morishige. Okay, Morishige was the pervert with the glasses taking pictures of dead bodies and getting off on it. Susumoto, I think, is Ayumi. The girl with the blue, black, whatever hair. Shinosaki, I don't know. Yoshiki, that's a blonde-haired dude, I think. Right? Could you sit down and calm the fuck down, bird? Come back here and be quiet. I'm so glad you're all safe. What are you crying for, Sajushi? That look does not suit you at all. What a strange thing to say. Okay, yeah, Yoshiki is the blonde one. Your face really is kind of a disaster right now, man. Like, you guys look any better? You all look perfectly fine, honestly. Like, you don't look like you've been traumatized at all. Yet. I was so worried about all of you. I'm guessing Mayu is the one on the left because I do not recognize her. Is that the girl that was splattered on the wall? We've been told that even though the 9 of us were all here in the same school, we existed in separate closed spaces and may never meet again. I remember that. Yet here we were, not in separate dimensions, closed off from one another, but gathered together in the same space and even in the same room. So, this must be early on in the game if both Seiko and Mayu are alive. And didn't Morishige die near the end too? We were still trapped in Heavenly Host Elementary, but my dearest wish to be able to see my friends once more had actually come to pass. You're gonna regret that. So yeah, I was crying. I couldn't stop the tears from gushing out of my eyes, even if I wanted to. We all slung our arms around one another's shoulders and enjoyed the first real moment of happiness any of us had experienced since this ordeal began. So the game is a prequel. I have no fucking idea. Oh, I know you to the left. You're the bitch who did all this. Well, I mean, technically Sachiko is the one doing this, but she's the one who spread word about that charm that made people go to the school. I don't know the chick to the right though. Sayaka? Other voices indicating similar teary reunions could be heard here and there throughout the auditorium. It seemed Wait, hold on. Sachiko said at the beginning, bring everyone here who isn't dead yet. But when we got into the Heavenly Host Elementary School, left girl here was already dead. She was a ghost, just a different type of ghost than the kids and such. So is this supposed to be way before she dies? But didn't she die like years ago before the first game? You know what? This is an alternate universe. I'm just gonna go with it. It seemed everyone here was in a similar situation to our own. And it was kind of strange. I recognized some of them as if I'd met them in another life. It is an alternate AU. It's an alternate universe. Holy crap. Okay. Yet all the others in attendance were complete strangers. AU explains everything. Exactly. If you call it an AU, you can do whatever you want. Kind of like reimagining, even though it's technically just a reboot. I don't care what you call it, it's still a reboot. So, what's actually happening? Someone must have intentionally gathered us all together here while we were unconscious. It's the only way a situation like this could come about. How do you know that? I'd like to know how you know that, Morishige. Hamilton, shush. That's true. I'm glad we were all able to reunite like this, but we clearly still haven't escaped Heavenly Host, so we shouldn't get our hopes up yet. We have to keep ourselves on alert, okay? Why had we been assembled here? What was going to happen to us? He knows everything because he's the nerd, that's true. I'm just petting Hamilton this way, he's a little bit quieter at least. I had a bad feeling about this, and I clearly wasn't the only one. A collective shudder ran through the room. Oh no, bitch is coming! The Wicked Witch of the West. Yukis. Yukes. That's a terrible nickname. Yeah, it is. Ham is so much better. What the fuck are you? Yuka turned around to address the familiar voice that had spoken her name. It was, for some reason, her classmate Satsuki Mizuhara. Her I've never seen before. She actually looks like she could be 14, unlike Fuku here. Fuka. That's her name. Her name's Fuka. I don't care. She actually looks like she could be 14. Unlike Fuka, yeah. Nonchalantly munching on potato chips from a bag she seemed to have just taken out of the cupboard. Ah, Sachiko, why are you here? Sachiko. You know what? I think I take my praise back. She might be just as annoying as Yuka, just in a different way. Not really sure. Munch, munch. I was picking out at home. Munch, munch. And then all of a sudden, here I was. Munch, munch. Speaking of, what is this place? Ow. Oh. Oh! We spun ourselves around to see what had produced the ear-splitting feedback pulse. Sure, because that's what a normal teenager would call it. And there, standing upon the auditorium stage, was an enormous speaker. In line with it was the podium noted earlier, as well as a mysterious announcement board covered up with red cloth. Has that been here this whole time? That's Sachiko. May I have your attention, please, everyone? Have you all come to? Who's there? And where are you talking to us from? Oh, we're having a Saw moment. Everyone in the room began looking around frantically for any sign of the person speaking to them. I just realized I don't think I put this stream to mature content. I'm gonna guess I can't do that now, but just in case I can. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can change that on Twitch. But I don't think I can do that while I'm streaming. But if I can, I'm gonna do that. Or else I'm just gonna, maybe, wait, I can change the title? 18 plus? I don't know. Okay, first of all, I don't think I can change the mature thingy. Please? Okay, I can. But I don't think that works for this game right now. We'll see if anyone shows up and are like, what the fuck? Quiet now, quiet, please, eyes forward, everyone. It's good manners to look someone in the eyes when they're speaking to you. Okay. Maybe we would if there was somebody fucking there to look at! As usual, Yoshiki did not mince words. But his protests were met by a close encounter with a metal hammer, which came whizzing towards him from the stage. Spinning wildly through the air. Plop! What, you couldn't animate in the hammer, really? It was positively massive, almost unimaginably so. The aim was spot on. It landed right at Yoshiki's feet, easily sinking itself deep into the floorboards where it remained standing upright. It's Thor's hammer. Yoshiki fell to his knees, absolutely paralyzed with fear. You're just as creepy as in the original. What the hell is that thing? The giant man, Yoshikazu Yanagihori, was standing on one wing of the stage. He approached the podium and ascended the stage and lifted a very little girl out from behind it, propping her up on his arm so the crowd could see her clearly. Okay, you know what? That would almost look cute. Like she's just sitting on his arm. Was she there this whole time? She's so tiny. Don't call her tiny, how dare you! Yoshikazu's response to the murmuring crowd was to stamp his feet hard and let out a bellowing roar, instantly silencing the room. Daddy material. Are you getting horny for this guy? Come on. Raise your standards. Just a little. That music was in the original game too. Thank you all for being here today and for all your hard work up to now. You've done well to loop your way through this day again and again. This time will be a little different though. This loop is special. Once today ends, everything will go back to normal. like this day never happened. It's kind of a series of unlikely events, a side story maybe? No, that's not it. A shindig. I think the word for it is ethnology or something. It's called an AU, sweetie. And there are people present for it that you'll probably never be able to meet again, so be sure to enjoy yourselves while you can, okay? Have an orgy or something, I don't know. What the hell? The music doesn't fit at all, and that's kind of what makes it amazing. Today is my birthday, you see, so I want everybody to have a really good time. Have a good time with what? What are you talking about? You want us to have fun? What does that mean? Huh? We need to be careful, this could be a trap. Gee, you think so, bitch? That girl, I think she's... Wait, Kiss-me. I feel like... Which one is Kiss-me? It's so annoying because, like, they also, like, some of them refer to the others by their surname rather than their first name, and, like, that makes it really confusing. You know her, Kiss-me? Allow me to explain. See, you're going to put on a culture festival for me today. Okay. So what shall you subscription? Mitsuhara, no talking during the assembly. Sachiko quickly threw something in Satsuki's direction with deadly accuracy. It was chalk. It smacked her right in the forehead with a fleshy splut and down she went. Did she just faint because of a piece of chalk? Excuse me. Yes. Polonia Academy High School Class 2-1 Sayaka. It was one of the girls from another school. She'd raised her hand enthusiastically, as if this were a proper class, and she was smiling, and she was aiming for high marks. It should have been a break. Then we got rid of her. Sachiko seemed to take well to this, pointing at the girl named Sayaka, and urging her to state her business. What makes you think she wouldn't? She's a ghost, she can do whatever she wants. Huh? She couldn't possibly know the names of every one of these victims trapped in here, could she? Naomi seemed to be studying the girl closely. Well, you're dead. I'd like to go home, please. That seemed like not such a smart thing to say. But Sachiko just swatted the idea away like it was a pesky fly without even flinching and without ever losing her smile. Nope, that's not allowed. You think we give a shit about your birthday? Just let us go home, goddammit. These people just really want to die. As the boy with the red hair... Did we see a boy with red hair? Kai Shimada spat out his demand. The rest of the attendees became riled up and began making similar demands of their own. Fucking sheep and you're all gonna be dead. Sachiko raised a hand slowly, pointing at Shimada. Before hastily swinging it downward, it would become clear why in just a moment. Who the fuck do you even think you are? What gives you the right to make fools of us like this, you little bit? And you're dead. I'm looking at her toes. Is she just me, or does it look like she has two right feet? It's a little hard to see because of the text, but please take a look when, like, the text goes away, because I feel like I think she has two right toes. Or, like, two right feet. One of the lights from almost directly above Shimada came crashing to the floor with tremendous force, brushing up against his cheek on the way down. Oh, he didn't die. Talk shit, get hit. In a state of absolute shock, a cold sweat immediately formed in his body and he collapsed to the ground in a heap. She has two right feet, doesn't she? During morning assembly, please raise your hand if you wish to speak. She does, right? But no one else raised their hands. No one else uttered even a single peep. In fact, the room fell dead silent. Somehow this made Sachiko smile all the more menacing. Then, finally, the silence was broken. Over here. Blah 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 name. But what do you intend for us to do at this culture festival? Oh, what a good question. Teacher loves students who pay attention. Sachiko raised her hand again with a flourish, and the cloth covering the board beside her fell away. Upon it was a hand-drawn map of the school that was somehow simultaneously joyous and extremely creepy. I call it Heavenly Host and Sachiko Present, chew them up and spit them out, the Great Confinement of Rotting Flesh Festival Summer Edition. Well, that doesn't flow very naturally from your mouth, does it? I thought it was a pretty good name. Uh-oh. Everyone clap. Yoshikazu Yanagihori once again bellowed at the crowd and slammed his foot upon the floor with all his might. It was such a powerful stomp, in fact, that the whole room shook for several seconds afterwards, the lights above clinking unsettlingly the whole time. Yeah, clap everybody, clap! Clap for fuck's sake, clap! Sachiko's smile couldn't have been any wider or, surprisingly, any purer. She shifted her weight a bit and hopped over to the podium for a better and more central seat from which to address her captive audience. And she still has 2 right feet. And then, suddenly, she pointed towards the presentation board with a conductor's stick she'd somehow procured. As you can see, I've painstakingly prepared a full course of recreational activities for you all. And I've also listed out which students will be participating in each of these activities. It's gonna be one big haunted house, isn't it? Where you all wish to begin entertaining yourself is more or less up to you. Okay, she was about to say challenging, wasn't she? Aren't you smart? And what does she mean by more or less? It was pretty clear these weren't going to be quite as fun or entertaining for us as we were being so poorly led to believe. Also, since the time axis has gone screwy, the connections between dimensions may get all messed up. But if so, don't worry about it, it's fine. Fine for you, baby! Yoshiki, you didn't do anything from before, did you? Yoshiki barked out his misgivings despite himself. Also, you all got here by performing a charm, right? Well, today we have some extra special guests joining us too. These are people you might share a connection with. I suspect the surprise may have been spoiled for a few of you though when you saw one of our surprise guests earlier. Oh, so Satsuki's only here because she is Yuka's friend or something, right? Well, shit! Yuka turned to look at Satsuki. So, friends. Oh, pleased to meet you all. Damn, some people are gonna be pissed at their friends or something. Like, how dare you make a charm and then get me involved in all of this? Since I haven't been able to connect with these people on a spiritual level, they're just here for the day. When the day changes, they get to go home. If they aren't dead. Of course, if they die, they stay here forever. So be careful, okay? What a twist. Hey, you wouldn't happen to be Shishito, would you? Oh, there's someone here who knows the teacher. You look familiar. Where have I seen you before? The complete and utter shock in her voice was beyond apparent. Suddenly there stood Mikuni Tsukasa, decked out in his school uniform exactly as you remembered him from her own school days. So you are here. So you are her then. Why are you an adult? So she was put in Heavenly Host School while she's an adult, but he was put in while he was a teenager, but they must be around the same age since they went to school together. Interesting. Is someone gonna meet their future child? Because that would suck. I don't know. Really, no. It's really him. It's Tsukasa, still a high school student, just like I remember. He's so cute. I know you in the real world are probably the same age, but right now you're like way older than him, I think. I have a question. Mayu Susumoto, yeah, that's the one who gets splattered on the wall. Sachiko, if you really do want this to be a day of fun activities, maybe it could stand to have a brighter, peppier title? Mayu, be careful. Nana, Chihaya, and Nadia are not in agreement for some reason. Like what exactly? And then Sachiko's gonna add the bash, because roll credits. Well, how about Sachiko's hysteric birthday? The audience certainly seemed to like it, but then Mayu was in the theater club, so it only stood to reason. She knew how to sell an idea. All she did was say a different name. Bit by bit, as she surveyed the applauding students, the look on Sachiko's face changed from one of powdered dejection to pure, unbridled enthusiasm. Yes, that's perfect. That's what we'll call it. She most likely had no clue what hysteric meant. She's 7. Oh, I guess she's 8 now, I suppose. And Yoshiki, Shimada, and Morishige weren't exactly on board with the idea. A fact that they made abundantly clear. She's just trying to survive. Shut up, Morishige. You don't know everything just because you wear glasses. What are you thinking? That's our enema. That's our enema. The one who trapped us here. I know, and I'm scared too. But I feel like she's probably pretty lonely herself, you know. I think my reasoning would be if we're nice to her, maybe she won't kill us. Right? You mustn't empathize with evil spirits, though. You don't want to get swallowed up into this heavy atmosphere, do you? Well, I mean, she did get herself killed. Because of her empathy. I think you're the one who doesn't get it, Morishige, yeah. If we play along with her games, we can try to find a chance to slip past her. It's a very valid tactic, and, well, I for one have no problem with it. Sneaky. And now, without further ado, I present to you my hysteric birthday bash. Bird! Is she rapping? I know you! You're the creep! Why though? I don't know. Okay, these two I don't know. But the one to the left has an excellent face. You don't often hear about unexplained rapping in haunted places. Lol. Those lyrics are creeping me out though. Please translate. Positively beaming now, Sachiko turned her head to look at something farther back on the stage. To make things extra special, I'll be picking the first amusement myself. Let's see now. She suddenly had a knife in her hands and was tossing and catching it absent-mindedly as she considered her options. She then swung back around triumphantly. I think I'm in the mood for a nice romantic comedy. Oh, that has so much potential in this world. Didn't you hear me? I said I'm in the mood for romantic comedy! Love the comedy! That's what it's called! A love com! I mean, works just as well as rom-com. A romantic comedy. Romantic comedies with school settings are really big right now, aren't they? I guess. Yeah, I guess. But what the hell role am I supposed to play in a romantic comedy? I mean, I guess if Shinzaki and I are the stars, it wouldn't be so bad. Oh, look at you trying to take advantage of the whole almost being dead situation, huh? Did Kishinuma just look over at me? Nah, must just be my imagination. There's no way I could pull something like that off. It'd be way too embarrassing. No! Don't step up on my keyboard, you little brat! Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, back to the playground. Don't fuck up the game by walking around my keyboard. Not right now. He seems kinda angry or something. What a meet cute way to, like, what a story to tell people. Oh, how did you meet each other? Oh, well, there was this psycho girl who threatened to kill us if we didn't, like, play out a romantic comedy for her. And we wound up falling in love. True story. See, and for those kinds of stories to be that popular, they must be pretty funny, right? Maybe. So, you'll perform one for me then, won't you? That kind of depends on the script, I guess. And they say romance is dead. Hey, Blackhead, stop passing him out. Okay. Oh, she wrote a script. Oh. A rom-com written by a 7-year-old. I'd actually want to see that happen. Come on, Hollywood. Please. I would love to see it. Yoshikazu, you know what? I think a 7-year-old might be able to write a better love story than most adults these days. Yeah, I went there. Yoshikazu Yanakihori began handing out copies of a thin offset book to each person in attendance. Each beautifully bound mini tome was adorned with gaudy decorations highlighting the title of the work contained within. The hell's this? Is this literally a script? Heavenly Host Elementary Harem School Days. The Great Love Maneuver. So a 7-year-old wrote a harem story, huh? Okay. Pretty cool title, don't you think? I don't know a lot about romantic comedies, but I know a garbage title when I hear one. I'm the lead? Oh, of course you are. In a harem story, you would be the perfect lead. It's always this, like, there's two male leads in harem stories. It's the shy, but otherwise pretty nice gentleman, or it's the huge pervert. One of the two. And there isn't any huge male perverts in this game, so it has to be him. I guess if it was a reverse harem, it would be Seiko, because she's a pervert. Yep, looks that way. Probably for the best, honestly. Be a weird-ass romantic comedy with me in the lead. The other principal characters are Nakashima, Shinozaki. Shinozaki's in it too, as a member of the harem. Oh, we're gonna have some jealousy, aren't we? Oi, oi, oi. Oh yeah, I'm all for any kind of harem, actually. I do not like where this is going. Who else in the cast? Gotta keep reading. Miss Yui too! And Yuka, oh no, that's his sister. Ew! Man, the list just keeps on growing. Who's Tokokiri Saki? And Satsuki Mitsuhara is Yuka's friend. I guess I should check out the actual script to see what happens to everybody. Uh-oh. They all die. Twist. Or do they all just fuck? with the class. The hell is this tribe? It's just Sachiko literally getting every single girl here for no good reason whatsoever. Well, that does sound like a harem. Like, isn't that romantic comedies are though? The main guy's super popular with every girl for no reason at all. Wow, this game is really calling out all the romantic comedies, huh? Okay, sure, granted, but still, you really plan to make Shinosaki and the other girls play along with this crap? I honestly don't mind. It's like a romantic orgy, come on! I mean, it is what it is, right? You just have a crush on Satoshi. Don't blame you or anything. And she does too, so... Wait. Has the writers of this game chosen the girls that all are supposed to have a crush on him anyway? Because that would mean his sister has a crush on him. And it would mean his teacher has a crush on him. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, this is Japanese, alright. Yeah, as long as Satoshi is the lead, I don't mind at all. I mean, I'm not saying, I just mean it's better than if it were a stranger, right? What about you, Yuka? I haven't read the script yet, but if it's with Big Brother, I don't mind one bit. So, which one is more disturbing to you guys? The little sister or the teacher? I mean, one is incest and the other is... hebephilia? I think that's what it is when it's like an old teenager. Yeah, little sister. Agreed. But this does imply that she has a crush on him in like the actual game too, doesn't it? Because Naomi and Ayumi did have crushes on him in the original game, I think, if I remember correctly. So would it be weird to have like 5 characters be in a harem story with him, where 2 of them actually has crushes on him and the 3 others don't? Like... gag indeed. And you too, Miss Yui! That's really unprofessional. Kishino, I haven't said a word yet. Why are you getting so angry? Just answer the question, Miss Yui. Do you accept the script? Are you saying yes to the dress? Are you saying yes to the harem? I'm not wholeheartedly embracing it, no, but it's better than any of that scary stuff at least, right? To be fair, Sachiko's like 7. Surely she wouldn't write in like a sex scene, right? Right? Well, seems everybody else is on board. What about the 5th girl? Wasn't there a 5th girl that we didn't know? You shut your goddamn mouth! I don't care if every girl here is okay with it. I'm not! You weren't this against it before, though, big brother. That's right, Kishinuma. What's gotten you so uptight? I don't know, maybe because this whole thing is fucked up. It might make me a smaller person, but I just don't want to have to watch you get close to Satoshi like that. Fair. I don't care if you understand. I, for one, won't be a part of this farce. Well, you're not. That's okay. You weren't in the script to begin with, big brother. See? You just wish you were the lead. Nonetheless, I will not support this production. I stand opposed. Oh, he was the loudmouth from before. I don't care for it either. If you're gonna make anyone the male lead, you ought to pick me, not a plain-ass nobody with no special traits whatsoever. Well, you are not the typical harem male leader, though, so... sorry. I mean... what the fuck are you wearing, boy? Actually. It doesn't even look like a school uniform, does it? Also... if I remember correctly, I think in Japan, school students aren't allowed to color their hair. I think it's like they can get expelled for it or something. Like, I'm pretty sure it's against the rules one way or another. He's very edgy. Oh yeah, that's a fuck boy. You're right. You don't fit the trope. That's right. Yeah. But what do you mean no special traits? Also, I don't think my qualifications are the issue here. Why are you so much bigger than him, Satoshi? Yeah, they can't like have piercing, tattoos, colored hair, anything like that. I think it depends on the school, but I think in most schools in Japan they wear uniforms, and if there's uniforms involved, it means they can't like do anything that like obstructs the uniform or the way they look, from what I remember. It's been a few years, but yeah. Are you playing with my water glass? You're so easy to entertain, you know. Did you hear me? Then I'll say it again. If you're gonna make anyone the damn lead of this fucking stupid rom-com, then pick me, not this boring ass good at two shoes every man. Oh, I said that faster than him. You don't have to be so mean about it. That was my point anyway. It's not about me. Putting aside Mochita's unique traits or lack thereof, I too stand in opposition to this charade. What do you care, Morishige? Didn't you have like a huge boner for Mayu? Right? The girl that was put against the wall. Didn't he have like a thing for her? Am I remembering it wrong? However, if it must be performed, then I propose picking someone far more suitable for the lead. Someone with theater experience such as myself. Oh, so that's where it is. He did theater, right? Yeah, You object to me as a lead too? If you didn't hear me, I'll be happy to repeat myself. I don't need you or anyone else to repeat yourself. Damn it. I'm just lamenting the fact that every guy here seems very much opposed to me taking this role. Putting aside Mochida's unique traits or lack thereof, I too stand in opposition to this charade. If I must blah 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 blah. I just said I didn't need you to repeat yourself. And why did you have to repeat everything you said? Because they get paid by the word. Regardless of your lack of unique traits, you too must be opposed to this force, Satoshi, right? Yoshiki, not you too. If you didn't hear me, then allow me to repeat myself. Stop, damn it! Don't you dare! I'm not complaining about being unable to hear what you're saying. My hearing is just fine. And I'm not gonna come about your hearing. I'm just asking if you are giving the proper. Well, I mean, no, but still. See, this isn't a question of whether or not you have any traits worthy of the role now, is it? No, I guess it isn't. That is completely beside the point. But I can't help but being at least a little bothered. Fair. Do you really think I'm that bland? I mean, everyone else is a stereotype, so you're just a bland stereotype, right? I have no comment. He's not answering. To Yoshiki. Do I really have to answer that? Ouch! Isn't it that tough a question? Do I really have to think that hard about whether or not I have a clearly defined personality? This game is calling out their characters, aren't they? That's amazing, I love that. Big brother. Hey Yukes, is your big brother really like one of those blank slate dudes you see in anime? Someone with no unique characteristic to speak of? Oh! They just went there! I mean, every girl in like an otome game, like where you date a bunch of different dudes, she's also just totally bland. But that's because you need to be able to put yourself in her shoes. But then when you translate it to anime, she's just fucking boring. And it's the same way with harem dudes. So like... Well, that's what everybody's saying, and nobody stepped in to say otherwise. Well, I mean, Yuka is in love with her big brother, so... I mean, she is the stereotypical... Oni-chan is brother, One-chan is big sister. Oh, what's the little word for little sister? I don't remember. But she's that stereotype. They always have crushes on their big brothers. But when you put it so bluntly like that, I just feel kind of bad for him. No, you cannot, you too. That's not it, you're very protagonisty, big brother. You're really cool-headed, and when something needs to get done, you step in and do it. I don't know what any of us would do without you. Oh. But would you say I have a unique personality traits? Not even Yuka can help you there. Poor Satoshi. I'm only hearing otherwise, man. But Yux is right. That does make you pretty protagonisty. Satsuki! Think about it. Calling someone protagonisty is a compliment. But when you get right down to it, it basically just means that they're really ordinary. I am, aren't I? I didn't think that any of the characters were gonna be like having to do some self-reflection, but here we are. I am. That doesn't matter right now, Satoshi. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right now, it makes no difference whether or not I have anything new to bring to the table. Are you in or are you out? You're totally against the script too, right? You are against it, aren't you? I'm in. You're horny. Well, shit. We have a chance to experience one full day without any scary stuff happening. So I feel like it would be best to play along. Sure. I misjudged you, man. While you're up there being subjected to countless worldly pleasures, just think about what Shinosaki and I are going through. That's not it, Yusuke. I just don't think we should defy Sachiko right now. Besides, Shinosaki said she didn't mind. Isn't that right, Shinosaki? You're okay with playing along, right? Right? Sure. She didn't even hesitate. Look at her face. Do you know what you're saying, Shinosaki? What do you mean? I said before that I was okay with the script. But Satoshi is the lead, and it's a harem. Yeah, and Mochida said he's cool with it too, so there's no problem. Honestly, Kishinuma, have you even been listening? Okay, either this game is really long, or like... I mean, she said multiple activities, right? So when... This is dragging out. Like, it's funny, don't get me wrong, but it's dragging out a little bit. Can we move on? Are you okay? You look like you're in shock or something, but you're not even in this production, so it shouldn't make any difference to you, right? Satoshi, how dare you? Satoshi! We are no longer friends! Wow! Why are you being like this? Why won't you accept that performing this romantic comedy is the right thing to do? You're the one who isn't getting it, Satoshi! That's because I don't understand a thing you're saying. Yoshiki, you took the coochie. Yoshiki, you took the coochie! Coochie, Yoshiki! Not the coochie! I don't care! I oppose this romantic comedy! How come? She asked the question no one else dared to ask. How come? I had a whole fun day planned out for you and everything. How come you gotta fight like that? How come? Because of you! Because you wrote this stupid script! That's such a mean thing to say, big brother! No, I can't call you big brother anymore. You don't deserve it. If you and your friends are so against my romantic comedy, Kishinuma, then I have another idea of what you can do. Uh-oh. Now you gotta do a yaoi. Crap, I think I made her mad. Anyone who wants to escape will be given a chance, but it won't be easy. I prepared an escape room scenario on the other side of that door. An escape room? I've done 2 of those. If you can make it to the goal, I'll let you and one other person escape. Because it's lonely being the only one, right? You serious? That's if you can make it to the goal. What's this plot?